Buka. I give the floor given to Ambassador of Taipei Mission in Latvia, Mr. Wu. Please, Mr. Wu.
Good morning. My name is RCU, and first of all, let me present my greeting to Professor Nestor Buka, founder of Bardic International Academy, and the organizer, Professor Inna Stensesco. Professors, dear students, good morning again. My name is RCU. I'm the head of mission of Taipei Mission in the Republic of Latvia. Before coming to Latvia, I was serving in different countries. My last post was in Ottawa, Canada. I was the representative of Taiwan in Canada before coming here. I'm very great to be here today to discuss about Taiwan's economic development strategies with you. First of all, let me tell you, the Republic of China, Taiwan, is a small island nation with the land area of just 36,000 square kilometers, about half of that of Latvia. However, this is a small island, hosts 23 million population. So Taiwan is the most populated nation in terms of countries with more than 10 million population. So you can imagine, inevitably I have to talk about brief history of Taiwan so as to let you understand the economic development of Taiwan. You know, before 14th century, Taiwan was occupied only by aboriginals, those people coming from so-called coastal nations like Maoris in Australia and New Zealand. And after 15th centuries, Han Chinese started to come from mainland China to Taiwan. Until 1886, the Qing dynasty, for the first time, included Taiwan as its administrative territories. Unfortunately, after 10 years, in 1895, the first Sino-Japanese War, Qing dynasty was defeated. So the Qing dynasty ceded Taiwan to Japan until the end of Second World War, 1945. Not only that, after 4 years, the nationalist government of the Republic of China in Beijing was defeated by communists in 1949, so moved the whole government from mainland China, together with 2 million people, to Taiwan. In 1949, there was just about 6 million population in Taiwan, and then 2 million from mainland China. And after more than 6.5 decades, we have 23 million now. Talking about Taiwan's economy, you know, Taiwan was facing a war-torn economy after the Second World War. The per capita income at that time was just 100 US dollar GDP per capita. And nowadays, we are enjoying 24,000 US dollar per capita income. So it's about 240 times bigger. Not only this, if you calculate the so-called purchase parity power, so-called PPP, Taiwan ranks the 16th largest in the world. So, because our PPP is 47,000 US dollars. In Canada, only 46,000 US dollars. So my Canadian friends, they don't feel that we are enjoy a better life than them in Canada. But it is, in fact, it's true that we are enjoying 47,000 US dollars for PPP. Now, let me talk about Taiwan's economy. Taiwan is a model of the economic development for the last 6 decades. There are 8 elements. I call it niches. The niches of Taiwan's economic development. First one is the land reform. Land reforms. The land reform is always difficult in all the developing countries. Difficult because you want to take land from landlords, there are lots of difficulties. But our government, they are smart enough to implement different policies. First of all, we only let the landlord to keep 3 acres of so-called wetland and 6 hectares of dry land. So in this case, the government buy land from landlord and then give them 70% of national bonds and 30% for the stocks of our national enterprises. In this case, the landlord, they are basically participate in the national enterprises operation, and the tenants, they pay only 37.5% of the annual harvest of the land. So in this case, it was more than half, more than 50% of the harvest, and then the government managed to lower down to 37. So in this case, tenants, they are having less burden. And then the other policies that the government release public land to the tenants. So 71% of the public land had been released to tenant farmers. In this case, the land reform is the best policy in the beginning of Taiwan's economic development. Secondly is that the utilization of United States assistance. You know, Taiwan facing a war-torn economy and also the threat from mainland China in 1950s, because mainland China at that time was trying to continue to take over Taiwan when the government evacuated to Taiwan. Then the United States came to our assistance. In this case, the two sides has been separated from 1949. And then the United States provides about 80 million to 100 million US dollar per year between 1951 to 1966. So totally more than 1.5 billion US dollar from the United States provided to Taiwan. And our government was smart enough to utilize those American assistance to our public infrastructure so as to serve as a locomotive for the basic light industry. So that is the second important. So we are very proud to say that Taiwan is the best model for utilization of United States economic assistance. And I want to give you a joke, because Taiwanese people, they are so grateful to Americans for this kind of economic assistance. So people in Taiwan are very grateful to Americans. And we don't distinguish Americans or Africans because they all look like foreigners. That is why Taiwanese are so friendly to foreigners. Because for the people in Taiwan, especially the countryside, people only know that there is one foreign country that is called United States. That is why when in 1990s, when I was assigned to Poland, my relative asked me, he said, Asiu, when you are going to the United States? And I knew that when I told them that I'm going to Jordan, I'm going to Poland, they didn't understand that there is another country that doesn't call United States in the world. So I just told them, yes, I'm going 2 weeks later. And then in 2003, I was firstly assigned to United States. And I answered my relative. I said, this time I'm really going to the United States. It means that the people in Taiwan are so grateful to Americans' assistance. That is why we are very friendly to foreigners. So Taiwan, the Republic of China, is considered as the most friendly nation in the world. Those ladies and gentlemen who have been to Taiwan will agree with me. Now let me move to the third in niches of Taiwan's economic development is our foreign direct investment. The FDI is so important for Taiwan's economic development because we timely passed the 3 laws. One is statute for investment by foreign nationals, statute of investment by overseas Chinese, and also investment encouragement aid. These 3 laws serve as locomotive, best way to attract foreign direct investment. So in 1970s, can you believe that Taiwan direct investment? And also in 1980s. So that foreign direct investment is very important for Taiwan's economic development. The 4th I want to talk about is the so-called EPZ, right? EPZ is Export Possession Zone. It means we integrate free trade area, duty-free zone, and industrial park to a so-called EPZ, Economic Process Zone. In 1966, we started to EPZ in South. And in 1980s, we established the one in Hsinchu. It's called Hsinchu Science Park. And this science park has been operated successfully for the last many years. I want to give you a figure. This science park is so important. Do you know how much the output of this park? Last year, $35 billion. Of this science park in the Hsinchu city. And we have 3 major science parks. That is in the north, in the central, and in the south. So the science parks, the so-called EPZ zone, serve as so important. The $35 billion output serves as almost 10% of our export. So you can imagine how important our EPZ zone. And through these EPZ zones, we are able to attract foreign investors coming to the zone and not only transfer the technology, but also to increase the job opportunities, which is tremendously important to Taiwan's economy. Then let me move to the 5th element. It's the so-called SM, small and medium-sized enterprises. The small and medium-sized enterprises are so flexible in terms of operation. They constitute 97% of Taiwan's companies. Although nowadays we have many big companies like HTC, like Foxconn, but still SMEs in law who has been in. He told me, he said Taiwan's SME is so flexible. Probably in May, in June, they bring the design. They say they want to put on the market during the Christmas time. They go to Japan. Japanese manufacturers tell them that, okay, it needs 2 months for manufacturing. And then Korean probably tell them 1 month. And then when they come to Taiwan, Taiwanese manufacturers, SMEs, are going to tell them when you want, we'll provide to you. So less than a month, they are going to manufacture what the American buyers want. Why they can do that? According to my sister-in-law, he told me that because he has many upstream and downstream corporate companies, factories. So for him, he just assembled it. He didn't have to do it by himself. You know, iPhone. No, I shouldn't hold iPhone. I should hold HTC. But this is my private one. iPhone is produced by a Taiwanese company called Foxconn. And this company employed 1.2 million employees in mainland China and 200,000 in Taiwan. So why they can put the market in 3-4 months? Because they have so many corporate manufacturers. so they can immediately assemble to do it. Then let me also to tell you about Taiwan's outbound investment. This is also very important for Taiwan's economy. You know, Taiwan ranks as #1 foreign investors in Malaysia, #2 in Vietnam, #4 in Indonesia. And we are leading the other countries in terms of investment in South Asian countries. And as for the mainland China, Taiwan's investment in mainland China is also tremendous. But people neglect the importance of Taiwan's investment in China. Because we invest, our business invest in China, not only bring capital to them, but we also bring our managerial skills to China because we are speaking the same language, Mandarin, which cannot be by foreign investors. Only Taiwanese investors in China can do that. So in fact, mainland China should be grateful for Taiwanese investment. Although now they are politically hostile to us, but still I would say that we really enjoy mutually beneficial relations. Investment. Now, because of the time constraint, I have another 2 elements. Number 7, see Taiwanese immigrants. You know, Lebanese is also an immigrant nation. Your people also move out of the country, many of them, in a big number. In Taiwan, in 1960s, 70s, can you believe in that? We took a lead in terms of sending our students, university graduate students, to the United States to pursue their advanced studies. I was one of them. I graduated from Washington, D.C. Georgetown University. You know, 6,000, 7,000 university graduates from Taiwan to the United States. And nowadays, even more, but not to the United States, to UK. And as founders say that we are going to have Taiwanese students to this academy. This kind of students studying in the United States, about half of them came back to Taiwan because we didn't have a big market in the United States. And they not only played the role as the bridge between Taiwan and the United States, Taiwan and Canada, Taiwan and UK. School, we exclude impossibility. We think that it's possible for Taiwan to develop all kinds of relations with any countries. Take Netherlands as an example. Taiwanese manufacturers, last month I received 4 textile manufacturers coming to participate in the exhibition. And they told me they want to use Baltic states as the gateway connecting European Union opportunities between Taiwan and the Baltic state. Lastly, let me express my sincere gratitude for Professor Ina to organize these seminars. I hope that you are going to enjoy the rest of the day, and I'm open to answer you any questions. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador, for very interesting reports. And I hope now we have discovered a lot of information about